Hi guys, this is Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge, and this is the premier best of 2017 video. This is the full-size folder between 40 and 80 US dollars. That's the retail price that you can get them for. I've got 7 knives to look at, so we're going to have to go through these in a hurry. One of them, I'll say it's number 4, is a knife that I sold just because I needed the funds at that time. So I no longer have it, but it's a very nice knife. So let's take a look at the 7 knives between $40 and $80 US that I think are very good choices. Remember, these are knives that I reviewed during 2017. That doesn't mean they are knives that were released in 2017, although some of them obviously were. And one of them at least is a 2018 model, but since I've already done the review, it's time to take a look at it. So the first one is this Real Steel G3 Puukko. I know it doesn't have the saber grind that a genuine Puukko does, but you can get this knife in a genuine, saber grind all the way out. It's just not the one I happen to have. So this is an all steel frame lock knife, Sandvik 14C28N stainless steel. We've got sort of a saber grind for the first inch next to the handle, and then we've got a full flat grind down to the tip. It's a very nice frame lock flipper that I've enjoyed an awful lot. And I don't know why, but with my right hand, my left hand, I should say, I don't flip that well. For some reason, I'm left-handed, but I let myself get better at knives with my right hand than my left. I grew up the youngest of 5 kids, and all of my siblings were right-handed, and my family was poor, and so I had right-handed hockey sticks to play with. I had right-handed baseball gloves. Some of you guys have heard this. I had right-handed absolutely everything except for my pencils and pens and my knife and fork. I could use either hand, whatever hand I wanted to for those. This sore, I think it got infected, but it's healed up to the degree that I can already use it, to flick a knife if I want to. This is a good knife. I like the blue anodized kind of pocket clip. It's right side only, tip up, all steel construction. I like this knife. I like all of these knives. These are my top 7, right? Next, we've got a knife from Real Steel again. This is the Real Steel Horus E802, the E802 Horus. You've got black and blue G10. We've got a ultra deep carry pocket clip, right and left side options. It's a thumb stud activated liner lock, flips open very well. This is again 14C28N. I can't technically call it a full flat grind because there's a section here where there's a bit of flat steel that you can clamp onto to sharpen it if you need to. But about halfway down, it's a full flat grind. For the rest, it's a high flat grind for sure. Very comfortable knife in hand. I really like this negative space here, sort of a dip down for your thumb. I'm not too fond of this locking system that they have in there. So if you flick that little lock up, you can't undo the liner lock. So sometimes I accidentally turn that on when I don't want to, and then I got to turn it off before I can close the knife. But even with the left hand, it's a knife that's easy to open and close in a hurry, even if you're not flicking it. So very comfortable in hand, to either just open manually. Very soft in the pivot right here. If I remember correctly, these have ball bearings. Most of these knives have ball bearings. Maybe all of them, I don't remember exactly. This guy is a really nice knife. This is a Stedemon design, but made by the Zahn Knives company. It's not a flipper, although if this was in a flipper, it would kick it up another notch. Whoop. It's a thumb pad made out of blue G10, and that little backspacer back here. It's more like an open pillar construction, but it's a little blue backspacer there. And then you've got the sort of jade or translucent G10 handle scales. So liner on the working side, liner lock side, absolutely nothing on this side. And that's because G10 is a modern material that is more than strong enough on a knife to not need a liner. You just don't need it for the strength. It's great the way it is. I believe it's 440C stainless steel on the blade. Does it say on here? Oh, yeah, it says right there. It is 440C. This is the ZKC Space C-03 Stedemon design Tanto. And we've sort of got a rounded Tanto and then the flat here. And it's just very comfortable in hand. I like this knife a lot, an awful lot. I don't remember where I bought it now. Is this one of those I bought from Mass Drop when it had they had a special sale on? I don't remember. I'm going to have links where you can buy these things and links to the reviews if you want to watch them and all that other good stuff. Next, oh, this was just a spacer for the pen. Next, I'll show you a picture of this knife. The next knife is a knife I sold. It's the HX Outdoors ZD-005. Really nice knife. I really like this knife. You can get it with carbon fiber on one side, a liner lock, and on the other side is titanium, or you can get a full titanium. Really nice little knife. Next is a Rake knife, R-U-I-K-E, pronounced Rake. They own the knife. They can decide how to pronounce it, and I've worked directly with Rake, and they told me that's how it's pronounced. Most people know that already, but some people still get it wrong. It's a flipper, or you can use the thumb studs. This is the P841L. This is also Matt's favorite knife. Matt is the guy at Rake that I work with to get knives. I get them at a significant discount so that I can review them, but they can't afford to give me knives for free to review, and I thank them for this. It also has that little lock on the side, kind of like some of the real steel knives have, which I don't really like. But on this knife, it's a little firmer. It doesn't just slide easily, so it stays unlocked all the time for me. 14C28 and Sandvik steel as well. We've got a nice drop point here, almost sheepfoot-esque, but not quite. It doesn't drop more deliberately enough. So high saber grind, all belly, thumb stud. Pocket clip is right side tip up only, and I like this gun smoked kind of colored hardware that's in here. That's really, really nice. A nice touch. And this green and black coloration, very good. This is a nice knife. I like it an awful lot. That's on the lower end of the price range. And the next knife is the Rake P138. Mine is the W. It also comes in the B, which is black. Mine is the desert tan color. And why aren't you seeing it in my hand? I really don't know. I can't remember if I sold it or gave it away, but I can't find it. I really, really like this knife. I don't think I gave it away or sold it, but I just can't find it anywhere. I don't know why. This is the very first knife that I ever had that has roller bearings in it. And for some weird reason, a lot of Rake websites, a lot of sellers still say it's got ball bearings. That's just because Rake's first posting of it said it had ball bearings. Don't know why, but it's got roller bearings. $68.95 Canadian. That's about $55 US. So very good price. Since I can't find it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll in a little bit of video right now from my review that I did of this knife. You get to watch that for a few seconds right now. I am over the moon with this knife. This is the P138. Color code is W. So the P138-W by Rake Knives. And I'm usually not all that into Tantos. Yeah, Tantos are cool. Tantos are okay, but I'm not just a big-time Tanto guy. When I saw this knife at the Rake Canada, rakeknives.ca website, I just knew I wanted it. And so I ordered it, and here it is. This thing's got roller bearings. Not just ball bearings, roller bearings. We've got a knife that has a huge back opening and a small back spacer, and then a really cool lanyard spot. It's not really a lanyard hole. And the pocket clip, you know, it's got a really good tension to it and it holds on well. We've got nested liners. The liners are skeletonized. I've got pictures of that. We've got high quality screws. That makes a huge difference. Usually a knife that is less than $100, they've got, fairly low quality hardware. Not Rake, they've got some really good hardware in here. I like that an awful lot. They've got this lock here so that you can flip the switch up on the lock and you can't disengage the liner lock. When you leave it back, now you can disengage the blade. I don't really care for this kind of locking system to stop me from unlocking the liner lock. I just leave it unlocked all the time. Thankfully, it's very unobtrusive. It's not in your face. It's not ugly. Okay, pretty sweet, eh? That is a really, really nice knife. Finally, it's a knife that I reviewed just a week and a half ago or so, just shortly before I injured myself. It's a front flipper, so some people call them a thumb flipper. I tend to call it thumb flipper instead of forward flipper. But, it's got a forward flip like that. Sometimes I can't do it with my finger being sore. I can't grab it quite right. And I can't do it quickly with my left hand, but some guys can do it by pulling over the top like this. They hold it and they pull over the top with their finger and open it. I can't do it that way. And other people use the side of their thumb and open it that way. This is a gentleman's folder of gentleman's folders. For this price point, it's just great. They even went to the extent of making a big jimp here. Like here's some fine jimping, and they call it a digit. What do they call it? A digit something. But it's for when you are using it, your thumb can sit right there and get that little increased purchase so that when you're using it for an extended period of time, it's super comfortable right there. Or you can just use the fine jimping wherever your hand feels. It's a nice, thin, pen kind of shape handle, full back spacer. This is a high-end aluminum. I think it's 7075 high-grade aluminum pocket clip that's right side tip up only. And of course the steel is 14C28 end, full flat grind, very fine. This is the G5 Metamorph. G5 Metamorph. It comes in 3 colors. This sort of coppery color, this really strong electric blue kind of color. And the third color is, I think, a gray. But anyways, you've got a really nice thin behind the grind knife, long, thin tip. This is a gentleman's folder indeed. And this guy is right around 75 US shekels. So now it's time to declare the winner. I've thought about this for quite a long time. And I actually had to re-record this because I forgot about that missing P138W. Because I was just looking at my desk trying to pick the winner, and then I realized, wait a minute. After I was almost done recording it. The winner is the P138W by Rake Knives. I am surprising myself that a Tanto wins because I'm not usually, all that into Tantos. I like Tantos. They're good knives, but I'm not like thinking that they're the best thing going out there. But I remember that moment when I took it apart and I saw the roller bearings in there. Oh, what an awesome moment for a knife that is about 55 US dollars. So what this category is, 40 to 100. Initially I was thinking about doing 40 to 80, but 40 to $100. This guy is $55, just barely in there. 55 US dollars, 69 Canadian dollars. And it's got roller bearings. Unfortunately, with the technology that I have, I've got a really old computer. I can't do overdubbing. I would like to show you a picture of the knife and then talk over it and talk about it, but I can't. But that's the winner. The P138, you can get it W, which is desert tan, or B, black. Very nice knife. If you don't have one, I think you need to get one. If you're looking for something in that price range and you like Tantos, just go for it. Even if you're not totally fond of Tantos, this is a special knife. Thank you very much. Now, second, ta-da! This knife right here, this G5 Metamorph. I don't know if I'm just super enamored with it because I did it so recently. Technically, it's a 2018 knife, but it was released just a little bit during 2017, and I had time to review it. And I'm still not that good at flicking it with my left hand. This is a very nice knife. Comes in several colors. You can get that bright blue. If I was to get a second one, which I probably won't, I'd probably get that bright blue one. It's just, this is for the price range that it's in, for that price, it's probably the ultimate gentleman's knife at that price range. Really nice steel, 14C28N, very well designed, well made, looks great. Ostap Hell designed it. Great. I like that. That designer is going places, I'm telling you. He works almost exclusively right now for Real Steel Knives, and hopefully he gets to do some great stuff for some other names as well. The only thing that I would change on this knife is I would like to see the pocket clip made left and right instead of just right. And that goes for some other Real Steel knives and other Rake knives, some of those Chinese knives. I'd like them to be a little bit more ambidextrous. And that would be a good thing. So that's the second place winner. Honestly, any one of these knives could have won. They're really, really good knives. None of them are bad knives. If you're looking for a good knife in this price range, pick anything from this video, and I think you're going to be happy with it. Thank you so much for watching this video. So right now, I'm just going to do a little bit of a talk coming up about GearBest and Amazon and how the links work. If you've already seen that on previous videos on my Best of 2017, you can just end the video right now. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So I thank you for watching this. If you're going to be buying one of the products from GearBest, thank you very much for using my links. I really appreciate it. And if you really want to help out the channel and you're watching a video that's more than 30 days old, please help me out by finding a new video of mine that has a GearBest product in it. And hopefully I'm going to remember to keep putting GearBest in the title somewhere so that you can, see the newer video. If you use a link from a new video and then you go and search for the product that you're looking for and you find it, I know it's a little bit more work, but then I will get a referral credit for it. Because if you're clicking on a link that's more than 30 days old, GearBest won't give me any referral credit for that purchase. So if you do want to help out Canadian Cutting Edge without it costing you any more money at all, find a new link or on a video that's less than 30 days old, get to GearBest that way. You shouldn't have any GearBest web pages open before you start this. And then do a search for the product, just the brand name and the model number. It will get you there. And then whatever you buy at GearBest at all, say you want to buy some, kitchenwares or whatever. If you start off with one of my knife links and you get to GearBest and you go and buy that stuff, I will still get that little bit of a referral bonus for it. It's a great way that you can help me out. I thank you so much for that. I appreciate it tremendously. It does make a big difference to the growth and the health of my own personal YouTube budget because I'm on a disability pension. I don't have a lot of income, and you guys are just great by helping me out. It really means a lot. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and all that really good stuff. I've got a few more Best of 2017 videos coming out to you guys this week. They're all going to be published between Christmas and New Year's. Thanks for watching. Remember, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb. Bye now.